talking a little about the Leica and the Leica, the mirrorless Leica, which is interesting concept. If you think about it, Leica kind of really is a mirrorless company in the sense that rangefinders are mirrorless cameras. But it's an interesting solution. It's an interesting product.
I love the look of it. I think they do it really nice. If you look at it from the top, it makes me think.
It's one of those. It's one of those. The way I look at it is this: from an aesthetic standpoint, it's going to look amazing because all Leicas inherently look amazing, except for the very lowest end. Some of the even some of the lower end, point and shoot products look. They've made those look really well. The thing is their target. It seems to be either they have one or two targets. Either shooting professional sports, or they're going to be high-end wedding photographers looking to replace medium format systems. In the first group shoots with big, long tellies, of which Leica has 0 right now. The other group, if they would just say, hey, we're going to come out the gate with the Holy Trinity, so you're going to have the ultra-wide, normal, zoom, and telephoto, like 7200 equivalents, and maybe one really fancy prime, a couple of fancy primes because it's a Leica and they've got to have fancy primes and they make some of the best lenses in the world. They can do that. It would be a great product, and people would probably switch. Especially people that are saying, it was earlier, rangefinder, the gear guide came in the mail. I'm not going to plug WPPI too much because I'm not, associated with these guys. But this is free. Like, you can subscribe to this for free.
Oh, awesome. Do you happen to have the link for that to subscribe that you can put on the chat room so we know?
Rangefinder.com. Let me just double check.
Okay. Because that would be cool. That would be awesome if you can get it for free. That would be.
Yeah, it's basically, it's kind of one of those trade mags, mostly full of ads. But don't go to rangefinder.com because it goes to take you to.
See if you can find it there.
Yep.
Yeah, well, I think it would be nice just to have the link and then there you go. And then you can subscribe to that.
I went to rangefinder.com, which immediately started pop-ups. But usually there's some interesting stuff in here. Like I said, there's going to be a lot of ads. But there's also, some real interesting professional tips. So, like, here's a section on, portraiture lighting. But yeah, this thing it's just a free trade mag. And
so, like, 50% of the magazine is advertisement.
It's got a lot of ads. They also make, what's that magazine? PDN, which is more of it's a subscription magazine. And it's pretty nice, but again, it's a subscription magazine. This is free.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna get that. And the thing I like about the Leica, I like the look. It's a beautiful camera. They did a really good design with it. Just the starting point for the body, I think, is $7,500.
Oh yeah,
and for $7,500, you can get a medium format.
Yeah, medium format,
605C.
Yeah, you can go medium format, or you can go like, D4 or 1D.
Yeah.
If you're looking for frames a second. So it's kind of sits in this niche spot. I'm sure Leica's got some great glass. I'm sure it's going to be a great product. And I'm sure it's going to sell to Leica's expectations because with Leica, they will sell it to people just because it's Leica. And, you see celebrities walking around with rangefinders around their neck, and I guarantee you they love that manual focus only. Sitting there doing that. I'm sure that's what Miley just loves about her. Is the manual focus. But it'll be a great product. I'm sure. And they have the S, which is a medium format. near medium format product.
Hey, how you doing?
Hello, guys.
So
Hey.
what are you?
Can you hear me now?
What are? Yeah, we can hear you. What are you broadcasting
good.
from?
From Morocco.
Oh, nice,
From Morocco.
nice.
Yeah. My name is
Casablanca or what?
Yassim. Yeah, from Casablanca. Yeah.
Oh, nice. I always wanted to go
I'm
there.
a motion. Yeah, it's good, but it's not like for tourist city, you know. It's
Oh, it's
just building and stuff, you know, companies and stuff like that. But for example, there's Marrakesh, there's Essaouira, there's Tangier. There's some other city that you know it's good for tourist people.
Yeah.
You can see a lot of stuff, you know, a lot of nature and culture also. So
Yeah.
my name is Yasin, as I said. I'm a motion designer. I do some 3D animations and some special effects. I run also my website, myfx.net. So I just saw that you were talking about images and photography, right?
Yeah.
You guys doing photos?
Yep. So yeah, we have the group what's called Drink and Click, and we have actually right now we have 16 cities around the world, and people usually just get together in those 16 cities, and they have little get-togethers and pretty much meet at a bar or restaurant. And we actually have one in Tunisia that they just they meet at the beach and they hang out and they take pictures and they compete on the challenges we have every month. So every month we have a subject we all shoot for, all the 16 cities. And then at the end of the month, they submit their pictures, and then we pick the first, second, and third place. And then we give prizes to those people who win. So that's the main concept.
Yeah,
of
it's like
Drinking
a
Click.
quiz or something.
Yeah, because a lot of people have the thought of a photo walk and pushing a photo walk. Photo walk is going from A to B, and then you sometimes don't even have time to talk to anybody. At a Drink and Click, it's different. We usually drink. That's why it's called Drink and Click. And a lot of people don't drink alcohol, so you don't have to drink alcohol. But just come and socialize and just make new friends and increase your reach and your network, and then you get to know different people.
Yeah.
See what they shoot.
Here here in Casablanca, it's not. We don't have much stuff like that, much group like that. You know.
Yeah.
I heard a lot. There's a lot of coffee and bar of for 3D guys or photographers or artists that
Nice.
the artists that they create a something like a group and coffee for meeting new people and new artists, and they extend this this idea from their country to another countries, so it become a community.
Yeah.
And here in Morocco, there's no idea from Morocco. I can't say no idea, but it's it's like less something like sorry about my language. I'm not
No,
quite
that's okay. That's okay. English
language. So
English is my second language, so you're also gonna hear some crazy stuff. So. But yeah, like I was saying, we had a chapter in Tunisia, and they usually don't drink alcohol, so they just meet for that. They just meet for coffee, or they just meet for just getting together and having a dinner, and then going out and shoot. So it doesn't have to. The whole concept with Drink and Click is not you have to go get trash and then just hang out and whatever. It's just that you get together and you increase your network. You get to meet new people and see what they shoot with. So it's it's a different concept than a photo walk. I think it's a lot better.
Mm-hmm. So
I think we lost them.
So one thing about the Leica, I'm just doing a little bit of research here real quick, is that it does have out of the box. They're going to have adapters for the M, the S, and the R systems. So
sorry about that, guys. My speed connection, I think.
That's okay. So Adam, you were saying about
as I said, yeah, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead, Yassine. I was just going to blab on about Leicas a little bit more.
Yeah. Okay, so as I said, we don't have much idea like that, and you guys, you do that. Do you think about doing some videos for that? So do you have the same idea so you can extend the idea of a drink and click? So
there's a few people that do video when we do this drink and click event. So it doesn't have to be only digital photography. It could be video. It could be people show up with film cameras and medium format film, and everybody shows up with whatever they have. There are people that even show with regular cell phones, and they just take pictures with their cell phones. So it doesn't have to be, we're not any snobs and we're going to say, hey, no, you got a cell phone, get out. So,
yeah.
So I think we lost him. So,
yeah, I think he's having a little bit of trouble. I wouldn't expect IP links to be the best.
Yeah.
In that part of the world.
Exactly.
It's crazy when you go to other places how very quickly things get very slow.
Yeah. So Adam, so tell us a little bit more about the Leica, and then I want to ask you what you think about the new Sony they came out with.
So all I was going to say about the Leica.
Uh-huh.
So there's this huge amount of lens adaptability with it. So so they're going to have adapters for the M mount, so the rangefinder, the S, which is a medium format S platform. It's not like a full 645 or even close. I think it has an even smaller sensor than the Pentax, but it's in more of a an SLR format. The R, which is a traditional SLR, and then for their what they call scenographic lenses, so PL mounts or something like that. But so there's going to be a huge amount of lens adaptability out of the box from these guys. The weight, I was looking at the weight of it. It's actually only 300 grams less than a D4S, which I find kind of shocking.
Yeah,
the D4S is a pretty big guy. I mean, that's a 1150 gram camera. The Leica's at 850 or so. So,
yeah, I think that's what I heard somebody say today on one of the reviews they were doing. They were saying that actually they were shocked about the weight on the camera, which Leica, if you really think about it, is I'm gonna do some street photography and I'm gonna go around and be very stealth about what I'm doing.
Yeah.
But with that monster, it's like when I was shooting in New York City with the Pentax, the 645Z. That's a monster of a camera, medium format, and for street photography, yes, you can get some awesome pictures with it, but there's no way that people are not gonna know you're taking the picture.
Yeah. So the Sony, where you probably still can get away with it without them knowing, a little more mature platform. There are some more lenses. We were talking about 1.4 glass earlier, Joel. So here's also the 35 millimeter 1.4. Oddly, they don't have a 50 or a 55 1.4. They only have a 85 and a 35.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think 85 is a great lens. I mean, it may be the best lens to have in 1.4 as just a very, very good portrait lens on both crop format and on full frame. and a 35 is a good street photography lens. I mean, it's a little bit wide on. It's normal on APS-C, a little bit wide on full frame, but that's kind of what you want. Photography a little bit wide. It's good walkabout. It's not. I mean, but it's still a big piece of glass. But with something like the A7S II, you shouldn't even worry about. You're really, unless you're worried about bokeh, because it can shoot it basically in the dark. And
what would you go with right now? Drop $10,000.
Leica and Sony, no question. The Sony, like, no think twice about it. Because really? I don't have an infinite bank account. If I had an infinite bank account, I'd think about it a little bit more. But I'd probably still end up with the Sony. Because if I had an infinite bank account and I was buying a big piece of, at that money, I would just go ahead and buy the Pentax for the depth of field. But even then, also, so I mean, you've got, the S2 4K video. Just, I mean, the list of stuff it's got. The only thing it's only really a 12 megapixel camera, which in this day and age, isn't much.
That was for the benefit of the low light, right?
Yeah. It gets that low light because the sensor sites are big.
Yeah.
I mean, that's it.
You're gonna get it.
They can cram a lot of sensor sites, and big sensor sites in that spot. But it's a nice platform.
Hey, so what do you think about the new camera, that light camera, the one with 16 lenses? Have you read anything about it?
I haven't. It's probably like the Litro.
Yeah,
it's like a Litro.
You can pre-order it. You can pre-order it right now, and apparently it takes this picture and it can come up to like 52 megapixels, I think. And the whole processing, it does an in-camera to be able to put together all that the images that it took, and put it all together to make a 52
those things have to come out, and to me, they have to come out and see the marketplace.
Yeah.
Because,
have we seen any images from it, or any reviews of the images, or anyone who's gotten a chance to get their hands on it?
Well, apparently they don't even want to put the specs online, because they say we're still on it's a prototype camera. We announced it just to get the pre-orders ahead of time, and we're gonna come out with it next year. And I think it goes $1,600 for the camera. It comes with all that crap on it, but I don't know if it's gonna be. I don't know. I think you have to take it out and try it. Because they can put the beautiful pictures on their website and say, "Hey, this is what we can do with the low light."
Every camera website has beautiful pictures on it.
Oh, yeah.
Look at what we do with all the cameras that are out now that people have, got their hands on and tested. We go through and we critique it down to the smallest little detail. The vignetting on this lens.
We worry about things that 5 years ago, if you'd have said, "Hey, we're going to worry about how this thing looks when you print like 40 by 60 print 40 inches by 60 inches."
Yeah.
But I think with this new camera, there's so much potential, but we still know very little about it.
We're gonna have to get it at some point. We're gonna have to get into evolutionary platforms. We're gonna have to really start saying, the camera isn't just one sensor with one lens on it anymore. But at the end of the day, we all carry a decent camera in our pocket. That's why I tell people. That's why the point and shoot camera, went. Nobody bought them. They got expensive. They got really cheap. Everybody bought them. Camera phones came out. Nobody buys them.
Yeah.
We'll use it.
Well, we'll see what they come out next. In the next 5 years is going to be insane, because either
some of these companies. But we look at Nikon, we look at Canon, and We look at Sony, the three of those. Nikon has an extremely profitable business in manufacturing equipment. So photo, equipment to build microprocessors. They also make, lab equipment, all kinds of other stuff that are, a hugely profitable part of their business. So they can sustain some, transition period. Canon, copiers, everything from copiers to, whatever else Canon makes. They make, a fleet of equipment.
Well, yeah, because they have such a wide market.
Cameras are like the 15th, or like item market number 742 for a company that makes everything from.
Well, it's like Samsung
high-end broadcast equipment. Yeah, Samsung. You know how Samsung operates. I mean, they make some of these smaller players. Yeah. But it's like we see in in any other technology business. The smaller players might come across on something, and somebody might snatch them up. I think some of these, not necessarily to bury the IP or the intellectual property, but really to see what they can evolve and say, hey, we're gonna, it's like Chipotle. You gotta think. Let's look at like Chipotle burritos in the U.S.
Delicious.
McDonald's used to own Chipotle. What did McDonald's do for Chipotle? McDonald's brought expertise in all this back office and logistics and all this stuff that they had no idea how to do. They had no idea how to run a massive retail portfolio or real estate portfolio. They had no idea how to, get food to the stores at the scale that they needed to be what Chipotle is now. It's funny because McDonald's is inevitably really going downhill.
Oh yeah.
And Chipotle is, they should have listened to, they should have kind of saw the writing on the wall when Chipotle was really, really expanding and their cash cow was very stagnant. But I'm not the ex-CEO of McDonald's, or I would have a lot fancier camera gear here sitting here to talk about it.
So now that I know that you're a Nikon shooter, so have you been tempted to just jump from the?
I mean,
size-wise,
weight-wise, some of these mirrorless platforms do bring a lot of weight advantages to the table. But I'm also a cheapskate, so I'm also inevitably invested in Nikon.
How many lenses did you have on that thing now?
Oh man, I've got a bunch. I mean, and the other side of the coin is, there's something still about grabbing like a D810 and just click, like that big weighty camera, still says something. It's kind of odd, but there's still that mental image in people's mind that a photographer should have a big camera.
Hey, Giovanni just shut up, and he's in Tokyo. Giovanni runs the Drink and Click in Tokyo, in Japan. So he runs it with. So we're gonna bring him in if he wants to jump in. He's kind of like half Italian, half Japanese, so he could be naked. So I just want to warn everybody: if Giovanni gets on and he's naked, it's not my fault.
Kids are in bed, so I'm fine.
Well, yeah. And I went to Tokyo and I got to meet these guys, and it was pretty awesome just to go out around Tokyo and have some drinks. So love the Tokyo chapter. I want to go back. I think Godzilla got him.
The three of us obviously going to all look good because we're all sitting in the same city. So.
Oh yeah, exactly.
We're
gonna get the guy from Tokyo, and we're gonna give him crap because he's trying to figure out how it works. So he will jump in a second. Yeah. So I wanted to tell everybody that the last month chapter challenge for Drink and Click was film, was just 35 millimeter regular film photography, and there were some very interesting. There you go. There were some very interesting cameras that showed up at the Drink and Click here in Austin, and you have to see the pictures. Oh my God, the Drink and Click in Berlin had a table full of crazy cameras everywhere, and it was just amazing to see what each chapter came up with, and a stash. Oh, look at that beauty! The stash of film cameras that they brought to the event. So it was awesome to see people confused and trying to get a good picture with a film camera that we haven't used to often. I mean, I switched from film back in 2000 what was it, 2004 Paris, 2003 I think I stopped using film, and then I went digital, and probably since there I probably took a few pictures on film, and then now we have a challenge that was on film, so we have to go buy some film and relearn how to load it up and make sure everything is there. Hey, there he is.
I'm not naked, sorry.
I know, and I'm actually glad that, I was telling people that you're kind of half Italian or Italian and Japanese or something like that, and you could be naked, so I was just warning people.
I'm close today, sorry.
Close today. Awesome. So what time is it in Tokyo right now?
It's noon. And I gotta work. I gotta go to work in like 15 minutes. So. Okay, cool. So how are things going in I know that Holger left for Germany. Yeah, he betrayed us. Yeah.
I know. Are you guys missing? And actually, I told them, I say, once you get settled on whatever city you're gonna be in Germany, let us know and we can start a drink and click over there. So I'm giving it some. I'm giving it some months to see what city he's gonna claim over there. But how is it going in Tokyo? How are you guys?
Yeah, well, the group is the same, so that didn't change too much. Cool. Taka is giving me a lot of help with Japanese, which is good because I can write and read Japanese, but it's a pain. So it's better than me, definitely.
Awesome.
So we're living together, and it's cool. It's cool. It was fun last month. A lot of whole cameras showed up, and yeah.
Well, I think one of the top 3 winners is from Japan. So
have they been announced yet?
Well, no, they haven't been announced yet. Actually, I haven't made a post. I have them right here on a little note who got first, second, and third. Mm-hmm. So I will announce it before we call it over from this broadcast. Hey, so Giovanni, I wanted to ask you.
Yeah,
I've been seeing on your profiles that you've been putting a lot of the Google Plus, and you've been doing some kind of like gallery or project with Google or something like that.
Yeah, well, I have a gallery here in Tokyo. I'm an artist of this gallery, and this gallery has connection with Google. So they usually do, when they do a show, an exhibition, people from Google come and do a live show. And hang out, and it's the same gallery where Takahiro Yamamoto works.
Yeah.
So yeah, well, it's cool. It was last time it was 3 of us. Next year I'm gonna do a solo exhibition.
Oh, awesome.
Well, it's cool. I've been busy with that. Yeah. What?
I've been trying to convince the people from Malio. The people from Malio told me that if we get most of the drink and click leads and co-leads to join Malio and just use it and just see it, then we can start thinking about traveling to those different cities and doing events over there.
That's cool.
So yeah, so it'll be awesome. There is a potential that we can actually visit Tokyo and have a drink and click event in Tokyo with maybe not Nikon, or we'll see what camera manufacturer we get there. But we probably take a photographer guest, to come and give a speech or just show how they shoot or whatever in Tokyo. Yeah. So I think that'd be awesome. Last time I was there, you guys were great and took us everywhere, and then we went out drinking and shooting and doing everything. So it was pretty awesome just to be in Tokyo. So I can't wait to come back. Yeah. I remember I got woken up by a 5.6 earthquake then the morning after we got there. So it was an experience just to be sleeping on one of those capsule hotels and then being woken up by a 5.6 earthquake. So it was pretty interesting. I got kind of like up on the little casket on the capsule, and then I grabbed my phone and I started looking at Facebook, and I just put updating my thing, and I think I just got woken up by an earthquake. I'm in Tokyo, And then Holger responded within like 2 minutes. And he say, Juan was a 5.6. Go back to sleep. So it's just the whole mentality of, oh, what the hell? This building is going to collapse. It's like, no, it's a 5.6.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Till now.
So, dude, I'm happy to see that you're doing this gallery thing, and then you're gonna do this solo exhibition. And whenever you do the solo, please send the link, and if you have any links that you can put on the chat right now, so people can see if you have anything.
Yeah, it will be next year anyway, because I have to shoot in Italy. The thing is Italy, so it's not close by. Going there like in 2 months. Travel around and take pictures. So
how long are you gonna be there?
Well, to shoot only 10 days. Then I have to go to see my relatives and stuff.
Oh yeah.
They're gonna kill me if I don't go there. So.
Oh yeah, I know how it is. If I go to Venezuela and I don't visit my family, I get slapped or something.
Visiting ex-girlfriends and stuff.
Well, yeah. You always you always have to visit the ex-girlfriends.
Yeah.
So in Tokyo, how many people you usually get in a drinking clique? Is it getting smaller? Is it getting
No. It depends on the month, because people work. So sometimes, well, we usually get at least 20 people to join, which is cool.
Yeah.
Then people from abroad come sometimes, and it's fun. It's fun because we have the English speaking group and the Japanese speaking group, so we are able to mix the two cultures.
Yeah.
It's pretty difficult to meet Japanese people if you don't know the language. So
yeah, exactly.
For people maybe passing by to have an experience here in Japan.
Yeah.
With locals. Yeah.
Well, I actually have a lot of the drinking clique Japanese people as friends on Facebook and Google Plus, and I always see their posts, and it's just, of course, in Japanese, but I always see the images, which it doesn't take any language to see the image and understand what they were trying to take or what they did. So it's always nice just to go back and forth and liking what they do and what we do. So it's just pretty nice to have the connection on the other side of the world. So
yeah.
So Giovanni.
Yeah, tell me.
When are you getting married, man?
What should I say? I don't know.
I don't know, man. You're Italian,
Getting married.
If you don't get married in Japan, they're gonna find you somebody to get married in Italy.
Mom's gonna start calling.
I'm still thinking about it.
Oh yeah,
in 20 years, I will come up with an answer to that.
That's a good strategy. Better than mine. Better than mine. So,
what about you? When are you getting remarried?
Remarried? Well, I told my wife we next year we are about to turn 20 years.
Wow.
Of marriage, and I told her as soon as we turn 20, we're gonna take a year apart. So we're gonna get divorced, and we're gonna be divorced for a year, and then we get remarried. I think you deserve that after you accomplish 20 years. Then you.
If you need a couch during that year,
awesome. I'll be traveling all over the place. Yeah. I will call Drinking Clip Berlin and Tunisia and everybody in Vancouver and Sydney and say, hey, I'm single now, so give me a couch. I'm gonna go sleep over there.
Tour de force.
Yeah, exactly. So, guys, I'm gonna announce the winners, even though I'm not gonna make the post. I might make it tonight if I don't drink too much. Make the post on the website about the winners. But let's see. I'm going to go to the website, and the prizes, of course, the challenge was film photography. And there were a lot of pictures submitted. If you guys want to see the pictures, I'm going to put them the link on the chat, and you guys can go to that website. And that's actually the post for the finalists for the challenge. and then you guys can see all the pictures they submitted. And then we got the sponsors for last month challenge, which was Adorama Picks. They were given the first place $75 credit for a print. And the second place was Rocky Nuke photography book. And the third place was a Think Tank Photo, a Pixel Pocket memory wallet, like a little Velcro thing where you can put all your memory cards in it. So we got the winners, and I'm gonna put the first one is, well, which is the third place. So third place, I'm gonna put it on the chat. Is Tim Karras from Chicago, and his picture. Well, you can go to that link that I put there, and you can see his picture there. It's at the bottom of the picture at the very bottom on the left. Tim Karras. If you click on it, you can see it. And if you ask me, that looked like that picture got taken in like 1930s or something like that.
Yeah, it's a really cool feel.
It has a really cool feel to it.
Yeah, same. Yeah.
So,
Yeah, good work.
Yeah, so Tim got the Think Tank Photo memory wallet. So I'll be contacting Tim and then getting his address so I can send it to him. And then the second place, let me see. Second place, and I'm gonna butcher his name. Hideko Sakashita. Oh, maybe I said it.
Yeah, Hidehiko Sakashita.
There you go, from Tokyo.
Congratulations.
Yeah, so if you go to the website, the link, you can see it. His is on the second row in the center.
Looks like very good slide film.
Yeah, it is awesome. It's just you can see the movement of the people and the colors on it, and it's a fantastic.
Yeah, probably looks like Provia.
Yeah.
Film days when you sit around and you look at film and you go,
yeah, it's like what the hell? But no,
which version? Let's play guess the film by if it was long exposure.
Oh,
Yeah, it was like exposure. I don't remember which film he was using.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it looks like slide film to me, but
I don't remember. I was charging films
only really Provia works well. Long exposure Velvia does really weird stuff when you push it more than a second.
Somebody's asking a question and say, how long you guys been around? Drink and Click, I guess it started in 2012, about March 2012.
Yeah, I think I was. Yeah.
Well, it started on that, and I just posted when Google Plus came around, and I say I'm gonna go have a Drink and Click, and I just call it Drink and Click because I usually used to go out to bars at night and have a drink, and then go out do night photography. And then from there it grew. So. And I'm drinking vodka right now. So we're going to announce the first place winner. And there it is. It's Sasha L, which I need to know her. And she's from Drink and Click Berlin. And then you can see her picture on the same link I post there. And it's, it's almost at the bottom, before Tim's picture. And it was a double exposure, like inverted, but it was just really cool, and the whole feel and colors of the film thing, I think it was pretty awesome. So congratulations to Sasha, and she won the $75 credit for the Adorama Picks.
Guys, gotta go.
All right, Giovanni, thank you for joining us, man. Nice to see you, man. Nice to see you. We do another one, and then we'll see you again.
Yeah.
Later, man. Take care.
Later. Bye. So back to camera tech. I just came across a new article about phase one. Now we've talked. I think me and Joel talked a little bit about phase one earlier. So if you spend $41,000 on a phase one camera,
I almost spit my drink when you say $41,000.
And that's only the 50 megapixel model. If you want the 8, it's going to be $49,000.
That is disgusting. I spent $49,000 and I'll be divorced. before my 20th year anniversary.
Yeah. Well, if I spent $49,000, I better have won the lottery. But I was looking, they come out with a new version of firmware today for it. And it's really interesting features. So it's got a seismograph in the camera.
Huh.
And basically you can hit the button, especially if you're doing like a landscape photo where it's not time sensitive.
Uh-huh.
And it'll wait until the camera on the tripod has gotten to be as still as possible and then take the exposure.
That's pretty cool.
It also has some modes. For example, it'll calculate the hyperfocal distance automatically. And then you can hit a button and it'll take the lens to the hyperfocal distance, which is, for those who don't know what a hyperfocal distance is the distance at which a lens is the most objects are in focus. And there's some complex maths to figure this out. But basically, it's whatever the infinity point to something inside would be the hyperfocal distance. So if you're doing landscape photography, a lot of times you know hyperfocal distance of your lenses, because then the horizon's in focus, but you don't have a lot of you get as much in focus as you can inboard. So yeah, some new interesting features if you're a landscape photographer with a $50,000 camera.
And I'm also laughing about the Michelle's comment, said that we're too polite for drinking buddies. I think if you see us
recording ourselves.
Yeah,
exactly.
Wait for tomorrow. Can we do this live tomorrow?
I know. Actually, if they have the app on Android, I think we can do it, but they don't have it yet. But yeah,
I can always, if I remember to pack a laptop, I'll pack a laptop.
No, I think we do our fair amount of insulting whenever we're together. So
yeah, we'll save it for tomorrow, as long as it's not pouring down rain.
Well, if it is, then at least the bars.
We'll sit inside at Javelina and insult each other.
Well, I have actually a surprise coming in tomorrow night, hopefully, and then we'll see if we get somebody showing up for Drink and Click for us to photograph. And I think you guys are going to be pretty happy about it. But anyway.
Who are we bringing back from the grave?
No, I think it's a new person that just told me, hey, you're doing a Drink and Click this week. Austin, Texas. We're in Austin, Texas. And I say, yeah, we're doing a Drink and Click on Thursday night. And I say, you mind if I go dressed like Princess Leia? And I say, Princess Leia like the sister, or Princess Leia like the Jabba the Hutt? I want to eat you, Princess Leia.
The robe?
Yeah, the robe or the sexy chain, Princess Leia? I think it's going to be the sexy chain. So be ready for the...
Well, we are getting close to Halloween. What do we got?
I know. It's Halloween. You have to do it. You have to keep it weird, like Michelle said. But yeah, I put the little links over there, and we have a website, of course. It's drinkandclick.com, and you can go there and you can see a list of all the chapters we have, all the cities we have. Some cities are more active than others. Some people are more busy than others. Here in Austin, Texas, we usually run Drink and Click twice a month if I don't have other events going on in different cities. We actually have a Drink and Click tomorrow here in Austin, Texas. We're not sponsors. It's just a Drink and Click with us. And then the next one is going to be in Minneapolis with Olympus and National Camera Exchange. And that's going to be on November 12th. So Olympus is going to bring their latest gear, and we're going to have a model. We're going to be shooting there at a bar downtown Minneapolis. So if you know anybody in Minneapolis, you can go to any of our platforms, Facebook, Google Plus, or Twitter, and then just see the link for the event, and then you can just send it to that person in Minneapolis. I'll appreciate it so we can get more people. I think we got 70 people so far, and I usually like to get the RSVP of above 100 before an event, and then we'll see who shows. So let's see. We announced the winners. Do you have anything that you would like to recommend to any photographer before we stop the recording, Mr. Joel?
No.
No, nothing. Nothing.
Don't be like me and get lazy and go to Drink and Click and never take your camera out of your bag.
Well, yeah,
Camera out and take photos.
You take the drink part more seriously.
That's why it comes first in the name.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And then how about you, Adam? I'm talking about like gear or software or anything that you want to recommend to anybody before.
I want to recommend you get a camera. Doesn't matter what kind of camera. Doesn't matter if it's your phone. Doesn't matter if it's your boxy old medium format film camera. Doesn't matter if it's a Nikon, whatever. Go out and take pictures. Only get better taking lots of pictures.
What about one of these high quality babies right here?
Oh, nice. Awesome.
Hand it off and take some pictures.
It's got LCD, so it must be pretty good.
We've got some monitor recommendations. People recommend a good monitor. Can't go wrong with a good monitor.
Hey, let's bring some new blood. So let's make a Calvin. Are you gonna jump in? Are you decent? Are you naked, Calvin? I need to hear that. Is Calvin naked? Where is he? In Australia? Oh, he's in Australia. You know he's naked at the beach.
Crikey.
Yeah, he's probably fighting a stingray or a shark or something. All right, cool. It's daytime, so I'm trusting that he's dressed. So I'm gonna add him to it. If you want to join Calvin, you can join in. Oh. He's not at home with my servers. Okay. Cool. All right. So I'm gonna bring what I'm gonna recommend to the photographers next. Are you guys hearing an echo?
No, is it me?
No, it's from me.
No echo.
All right, cool. So let me. Oh, he's gonna jump in. So I invited him, so he should be able to jump in. But I'm gonna grab what I'm gonna recommend to the other photographers really quick. Hold on.
Howdy.
Hey, what's up?
How's it going?
It's pretty good.
Nothing but daytime over there, huh?
Yeah.
It's
actually very gloomy outside, though.
Yeah, we got some rain for the first time in a while here, so I can feel you on that.
Yeah. But Melbourne weather is like the worst. Like living here is just, yeah, like 4 days ago, it was like to equivalent on Fahrenheit, it would be about 90 degrees. And then the next day, it was like 20.
Texas weather
like
too.
that's how
Yeah,
Melbourne weather is. It was just like raining and cold, and I was just like, whatever happened to summer ready to go? It's like, what the hell?
Hey, Calvin, so you were
I had to turn the heater back on and everything. Like,
Calvin, you were recommending a monitor?
Pardon? I think there's an echo.
Yeah, there is an echo.
Oh,
were you recommending a monitor?
Yeah, I was. ESO.
So tell us about it.
Oh well, it's basically like a photographer's dream, or a videographer's dream. Like if you ever had an ESO for the first time, you'd literally like just crap your pants because it's 100% Adobe RGB color space, and the gamut is like it's so big, and yeah, you're basically seeing print quality before it actually comes onto the piece of paper. So if you're worried about investing on paper and whether or not your prints should be coming out or not. I'd probably recommend getting one of those first, because at least you know what it's going to look like before you start printing it out.
So, what size of a monitor is it? The one you got?
I take a look. I can see it's about 23 inches. Nice. But some of these ESO monitors, they go up to like 30 to 40 inches.
Oh, that's nice.
But yeah. So they've got like 2 graphics cards in them inbuilt, and it's just for the color.
Cool.
So
you do
not only that, but if you
do a lot of video then?
Yeah, I do video and photography.
Oh, cool. Hey, feel free to drop your link on the chat.
Oh,
or even
sure.
If you have an Instagram or whatever, just drop it in there so we can follow each other or something.
Yeah. Well, my website has all the links there,
awesome.
So I'll just put my website in.
Yeah, just put it in there. It's always nice.
There you go.
So we do have a chapter in Sydney, Australia. It is active sometimes. We have some people that, travel a lot, so we're trying to get it more frequent events in Sydney. But they do have a pretty nice group, and it's always nice to see people from Australia just taking pictures. So.
Yeah, I love taking pictures here, but I don't love the weather. It always changes. It's very hard to predict what camera setting I should have it because of this. And it's like, oh, should I bring my lens hood? Should I not? I'll bring it anyway. Yeah. And then you end up not using it because of the weather.
Nice. Well, we got a complaint from Michelle Marie. She's saying it's just a boys' club. So no, I told her that she's next, but she has to come up with a recommendation. So
thanks,
hey,
Adam.
You're welcome. Your pictures are really awesome, by the way. I just checked out the shot.
Thanks.
It's just
Calvin, I will go on your website right now, but my laptop that I'm using right now is having an issue.
Okay.
Logged off. But anyway.
By the way, it's also optimized for the mobile phone. So if that's something,
cool.
It's all tablet wise and everything.
Nice. Then I can look it up on the phone, but I don't want to get on it right now.
But you get the full experience if you go to the computer. Yeah,
it's a lot better. I actually don't like to look at websites or portfolios on their cell phone. It's not the same thing. So
yeah, I agree too.
So anyway, if you're in Melbourne and then you're interested of becoming part of starting a drink and click or whatever, if you go and drink and you do stuff around Melbourne, just send us an email, just drinkandclick@gmail.com, and then say, hey, how do I start one? And it's pretty easy. We don't charge anything. You just start it, and then we just ask people to commit to one event a month, and then just get together, and then it will be amazing. You just start getting 1, 2, 3 people, and then once you notice you have 40 people going with you to a bar, and you get to know everybody. So it's a pretty good networking. Hey guys, I'm gonna pause the recording of the show, and then we can go off the record. That way we can just limit it to an hour on the show. So I want to thank all the sponsors for the last month challenge that we had, which was Dorama Pics and Rocky Nuke and Think Tank Photo. And the challenge for this month is Halloween. So just go out and take your pictures. We have 16 cities. Go out, get the pictures submitted, and then we go on to the next month. And then hopefully we get a lot of other people. I think the sponsor for the next month, I think we have, I don't know if it's Malio or Adobe Cloud, but we do have some pretty good sponsors. There are pretty good people out there. So go check them out. We have a list on the Drink and Click website. So I want to thank everybody for watching, and I'm going to pause the recording right now, and then we might use Blob more often. I like this place. So see you later, guys.
See ya.